For those of you that do shopping in the supermarkets, you will have seen that for some stupid reason, there is already Easter and Valentine's chocolate on the shelves. I mean, for a recovering chocoholic like myself, a few years ago, this would have been a huge trigger. So today's episode is going to be all about that, why we're not going to fall into that trap, and top tips to help you navigate it. Welcome to our podcast, Fuck the Diet Cycle, with myself, Loren and Abby Lodge. This is for you if you want to cut through the diet industry bullshit and finally end that cycle. Grab yourself a cuppa, get comfy, and let's dive straight in, shall we?
I went to the shop on the 2nd of January and was horrified when I walked in to see the Christmas aisle then being taken away and replaced with Easter chocolate. I just thought, oh my God. And we wonder why we have an obesity pandemic occurring, because we are advertising earlier and earlier and earlier. These marketeers are preying on the weak. That's all they are doing. It's a money marketing scheme. That's all it is. Let's get them out now, because they know that when people walk past, especially with children as well, like Olivia's already eyed up the mini eggs, you know, like the things that they really like. They know that you 9 times out of 10 you're going to put that in the basket, and you're spending more money. And it's really, really hard to think of those people like you was, Loren, that have to walk past them. And I'm not saying let's not have any chocolate on the shelves. Like, no, I'm not that much of a snowflake, but it almost, for me, it seems like it ruins the year. So like when obviously like Christmas starts coming out in August, and then all of these like big events that happen, they come earlier and earlier, and it's just one thing after the other, and I just feel like it really ruins it. Like, yes, I know I went on the 2nd of January, but I was still kind of expected to see some sort of Christmas decorations, like, you know, that's just me. And I thought, oh, okay, yeah, I know Christmas is done and whatever, but yeah, I was just like, oh, it really is done.
It is, and it just, like you say, it snatches away the excitement. The excitement's gone. Like, my birthday's on Valentine's Day, just in case you didn't know, but people just putting it out there. I expect the roses through the door and all that. But even for me, somebody that loves Valentine's Day, and I know there's people out there that don't celebrate it, but for me, it's a big part of my birthday. I'm like, oh, I've seen not only in the shops, but also on my ads on social media. So every other ad at the moment seems to be Marks and Spencer's a lot about their new Valentine's range, their Highland Cow Easter eggs. Yeah, right. Because obviously Scarlett loves Highland cows. Myself and Amanda were sitting on our sun loungers in Egypt over New Year. She's like, "Oh, have you seen that Marks and Spencers have got a new Highland Cow Easter egg?" I was like, "Amanda, it's the 2nd of January. Like, no." And then from then on, obviously, because your phone's always listening, it's popping up on my news feed all the time about all of these different chocolates that Marks and Spencers, and Ocado is another one. I don't even shop there. Are coming up on my. It's just too much, but like I say, for somebody that the previous version of me, I would have bought it. I would have bought it now. Oh my God, it's so exciting. It's pink. I love pink. All the chocolate's pink at the moment. Scarlett loves a Highland Cow. I need to get that for her now, just in case it sells out. It ain't going to sell out, Loren. You're just going to eat the damn thing, and then you're going to have to go buy another one. Like, you need to be, first off, the biggest tip that you're going to get from this podcast is be honest with yourself.
Yeah.
Be honest. If you buy these things now just because they're limited edition or whatever, they look fancy, what are the chances that they're going to reach Valentine's Day or Easter or Mother's Day? They're the 3 things that are being advertised at the moment. Be honest, because I know that if I, even now, potentially, if I was to buy it now, would I still have it on those occasions? Probably not. So let's just not buy it. Let's not fall into their trap. Let's not spend double our money, triple our money on things that are actually taking you further away than where you want to be, because it's not going to taste as good as what you think, because in the back of your mind you're going to feel guilty. In the back of your mind, you know that this is not what you want to be consuming to reach your end goal, the targets that you've set yourself. In the back of your mind, you know that actually you're not going to stop at one bite, one piece. You're going to finish the damn lot because you want to get rid of it.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing. That is essentially what it is. And that's when then secret eating comes into it as well, because you buy it, yep, gonna put it away for her, whatever, whoever. Then you start it, you feel ashamed. So then rather than you obviously you can't then half wrap up or half eat an Easter egg, or kind of you won't admit it to anyone. You start eating it in secret, and then that just adds a whole nother layer of that guilt. For so many people, secret eating is such a massive thing. So if you are walking past them in the shops, just I mean, I know they are everywhere, but just have those blinkers on. And it's not just actually visibly seeing them, it's the big signs that go with them, like on sale for X amount of money, or,
Limited
whatever.
edition.
Yeah, all of that kind of stuff, which again, it's a marketing technique. We know about marketing. We know that these techniques are obviously to make money. I absolutely understand that. But when people are weak and then they're like, oh, I'm going to get that because that's limited edition or it's on offer, and, I might not be able to afford it close to the time, well, then you're just going to be buying it twice, because you're going to get it, even if you're getting it and you're like, no, I feel really strong, I'm going to do it. Shit might hit the fan. You don't know. Something might happen, and that in the back of your mind, that Highland cow sitting at the top of your kitchen, fuck it, I'm going to have it. I'm going to have
Starts
it.
mooing at you. It's moo.
It was
It'll come and get you.
just don't buy it. And for those who are like, maybe on a bit more of a budget and think, yeah, but it's really, really cheap. Why don't you? That money that you was going to put on that Easter egg, put it in a jar or something at home or whatever, so that you have an Easter fund there, so that when you is closer to Easter, whenever Easter is it April? I don't know. You've actually got a fund there that kind of you don't even realize that you're saving for it.
That's actually
No,
a
I'm
really,
not going
really
to
good
buy it now.
idea.
I'm going to put that, £3, for example, that I would be spending on it. I'm going to put that in a pot. And then when it comes to closer to Easter, like a week before Easter or whatever, oh, look, I've already got all this money to go and buy Sally an Easter egg or whoever. And it's a win-win situation because it's going to keep you on track. It's not going to it's not going to deter you from everything. It's not going to moo at you. And you've got money that's just piling up in a pot on the sides.
Yeah.
You think, oh, brilliant.
Yeah. And also
Money saving expert, mate.
Absolutely. Watch out, because I don't know if that's actually patented. Get us kicked off of Spotify.
I apologize.
Also, I want to balance this as well, because a lot of people that are listening to this, especially those of you on your weight loss journey, might think that you can't ever enjoy chocolate, and that couldn't be further from the truth. And I am living proof of that. So I went from somebody that was totally addicted to chocolate, and I'll hold my hands up to that. That was one of my biggest downfalls. And I was a secret chocolate eater as well as a public chocolate eater. I had it from both sides. Kids' Easter eggs were not theirs. They didn't eat them. I ate them. Not because I was stealing them. They didn't eat them, so therefore I ate them. Just want to clarify that. But now I do enjoy chocolate. Before I ate chocolate. Now I genuinely love chocolate. And I eat particular chocolate. I don't just eat any old chocolate. I think about it. I don't feel the need to eat chocolate just to get through the day. I don't eat it to replace a meal anymore. I can stop. Mm-hmm. So you were saying about opening up an Easter egg in secret, for example. I would have to get rid of that because I wouldn't want people to know that I've eaten it. Whereas now, even if I went and bought it, right, let's just say I actually fell into the marketer's trap today and I really fancied one of the Marks and Spencer's, whatever it is, I could open that quite happily today, have a piece of it in front of James, in front of the kids, whoever, and put it in the cupboard. That wouldn't have happened before. It would have been done in secret. It would have all had to have been gone, which means I wasn't enjoying it. I just needed to get rid. Obviously, I was walking dustbin. So there is life after your weight loss journey where you take back that control, where you do enjoy chocolate, where you are able to have that power. And also, I want to cover as well how empowering it feels to walk out of a supermarket and not have chocolate in your bag. It feels electric. It feels like you've just won the lottery because it's something that you've not been able to do before. Being able to go into the petrol garage and not pick up a triple sized chocolate bar just because you're in a petrol garage. So start using the marketing tools against them and going, actually, fuck you. I'm sticking it to you. I'm going to actually do everything that you don't want me to do. And I'm going to walk out of the supermarket without an ounce of it in my bag. And it's going to make me feel on top of the world. That's the power that you've got. And that, again, is so much better than ramming it all in your face and then sitting in instant regret, negativity, and guilt afterwards. So that actually, when you do enjoy chocolate again, you sit there and go, that was bloody lovely.
Yeah. Yeah. And you're tasting it, because let's
Yeah.
face it, you won't be tasting it if you're feeling guilty or whatever. You are just gonna be, like you said, you're the walking dustbin. And I actually had a conversation with a client today. She made a meal at home or whatever. And she said, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I tasted every mouthful, and I was like, how empowering is that you sat down? She was like, I even closed my eyes. She was like, my eyes were closed. And I was just like, but that's what it's about. You're appreciating your food, you're tasting your food. And she was like, and I was, I was satisfied. And I was like, yeah, because, it's part of your plan, whatever. But you're putting in the work now so that when, these events do come around and you maybe want some chocolate. I don't think she does want it chocolate, but say she does, you're going to do the exact same thing with that chocolate. You're going to sit there, you're going to savor it, you're going to taste it, you're going to close your eyes, you're going to smell it as well, because chocolate does smell nice. I will give chocolate that. It's the smells, it's what it does for all the senses. You're going to enjoy it. Like, doesn't mean that just because you're on a weight loss journey you can't enjoy chocolate at Easter. Like, absolutely not. You can, but that's coming at a later date. But what we want to get to you today is, just because you are seeing it in the shops, you are seeing it on the TV, you are seeing it on your phone adverts, because like you said, Siri is always listening. It doesn't mean you have to buy it now. Does not mean you have to buy it now. Chocolate is never going to go like extinct or run out, whatever. It's still going to be there a couple of weeks before Easter. You're just going to thank yourself that you don't buy it now, because you're going to save money, and you're not going to feel like you've completely screwed up your weight loss journey.
Thank you for listening. If you loved it, don't forget to press that subscribe button and the little bell so that you never miss a future episode. We will be back here with a new one on Sunday at 7 a.m. We'll see you there.